Don't you miss the sweet slumbers you fell into as a child? Neend app helps you recreate that magic with well-crafted exclusive sleep stories, guided meditations, and calming music to lull you into the restful sleep you need. Our offerings are all ad-free, approved by experts, and have helped more than 90% of our listeners fall asleep as quick as within 15 minutes after tuning into our app. Download the app for more sleeping aids and subscribe to the channel.
India is a land of rich, diverse, and ancient cultural heritage. It holds many stories, epics, and sagas at its core. If you dig deep, you will find the roots of our existence in the Vedas, Puranas, and the Upanishads. The world's oldest works of literature are the Vedas, a collection of religious and philosophical poems and hymns composed over several generations, beginning as early as 3000 BC. These Vedas are composed in Sanskrit, the intellectual, classical, and oldest language of Indian civilization. Vedas and Puranas are extremely significant to Indian culture and history. Vedas put truth over belief. India is the birthplace of many gallant warriors, mighty kings, and highly ascetic and powerful sages. The stories of their deeds are still alive in people's minds and hearts. We all have grown up listening to various stories of Ramayana, Mahabharata, or Puranas told by our grandmothers. Every story has a deep impact on our lives in some way or the other. The heroes in these epics become our role models. These religious epics fill our minds with knowledge and wisdom. Be it the 14 years of exile of Ram, the virtuous relationship between Lakshman and Sita, or the epic game of dice of the Pandavas and the Kauravas. The story of Ekalavya's dedication towards his guru, Arjun's skilled archery, and stories of Bhim flaunting his strength, or be it the strange stories of the sages who could turn humans into ashes with their power, or the one who drank the entire ocean or made a mountain bow down in front of him. These Puranas, Vedas, and Upanishads are a vast genre of Indian literature comprising a wide range of legends and traditional lore. Hi, I am Shruti. Today, I will begin this wonderful evening with a story of a great sage called Rishi Agastya. Agastya was a revered Indian sage. In Indian tradition, he is an influential scholar in the diverse languages of the Indian subcontinent. Agastya appears in numerous Puranas, including Ramayana and the Mahabharata. He is one of the 7 most revered rishis in the Vedic texts known as the celestial Saptarishi. He was the one who invented the early grammar of Tamil language. According to Mahabharata, Agastya had a great power of ingestion and digestion. Rishi Agastya has contributed to alchemy, palmistry, astrology, and literature. He was a great yogi and had many disciples under him. With his special powers, he had healed a lot of people and helped them to get cured physically and mentally. He had the great power of floating in the sky. He was the creator of Kalaripayattu, the oldest martial art of India. This art is about learning to use the body in every possible way. It not only involves exercise and aspects of dexterity, it also involves understanding the energy system of our body. The origin of Rishi Agastya is mythical. It is said that he had no human parent and his birth was the result of a yajna performed by Varun, the god of oceans and Mitra. He was born in a pot. This mythological journey will take you to a world where you will find peace of mind. Soon you will find yourself in a new world of happiness and peace. Before that, make yourself comfortable in your favorite position for falling asleep. Switch off all lights and close your eyes. Take a full, slow, deep breath and let go. It's time to set the world aside. Let go of your day and begin your gentle transition into sleep. Take another slow, full, deep breath and breathe out any tension in your body. All there is to do now is relax, rest, and be restored. You are in bed now, feeling your body relax from the day. Beginning with your feet, allow all the tension to go out of them now. They've worked hard for you all day and deserve a rest. And so, the relaxation in your feet begins to find its way into your ankles, your calves, and your knees. And now relax your upper legs and hips and feel this relaxation flowing up onto your abdomen, lower back, and your upper back and chest. Feel this peaceful, relaxing feeling flowing down your arms into your hands and out your fingertips, and then up into your neck, head, and face. Now your whole body is perfectly calm, relaxed, and ready for sleep. Soon you'll be sound asleep, off on a peaceful journey into a dreamland that will carry you through until morning. So, as you continue to listen to the story, begin to follow your breath. Relax your entire body and settle in for a wonderful sleep experience. Let's begin the story. Rishi Agastya was known as the father of southern Indian mysticism, who lived an exceptionally long life and spread the spiritual process across the subcontinent with such vigor and pride that his deeds have become great stories which are told and passed on from one generation to another. Out of many of his deeds, two very significant stories are worth listening to. These two stories justify the power, wisdom, intelligence, and dignity of Rishi Agastya. Let us go to the first story, where Agastya drinks up the ocean. There were a group of demons who became very powerful under the leadership of Vritra. They were known as Kalakeyas. The gods were so tormented by them that they approached Brahma for help to demolish Vritra and the other demons under him. Brahma assured them that he would provide them with the means to destroy those demons, and asked the gods to take the help of the great sage Rishi Agastya. The gods immediately reached Dadichi's ashram on the bank of river Saraswati and requested him to provide help to destroy the demons by sacrificing his body for the good of the world. Rishi Agastya heartily agreed to renounce his body for the welfare of the three worlds. He then made a fire and entered into it, keeping his mind and senses firm on the Supreme Being and thus relinquished his body like an old, worn-out garment. The gods were awestruck to witness this supreme sacrifice, and with profound reverence gathered the bones of the great sage. The Dhychi became immortal, and his bones were used by the celestial artisans to create a formidable weapon called Vajra, which was then handed over to Indra, the king of gods. Indra then raised the Vajra with all its might, and the powerful weapon demolished Vritra. After the demolition of their leader, the demons started running away, and they hid under the depth of the ocean. During the day, these demons stayed hidden under the ocean, and at night they came out to devour the sages and other humans. Unable to find any solution, the gods went to Lord Vishnu and began to pray earnestly for help and protection. Lord Vishnu told them that to destroy the Kalakeyas, the ocean needed to be dried up to expose their hideout. He also said that there's only one person on earth who held the capacity to drink the entire water of the ocean, and that is Rishi Agastya. The gods then, along with Brahma, went to Rishi Agastya and pleaded him to drink up the ocean. Agastya promised the gods that he would help them, and he reached the ocean along with other sages. Everybody stood in amazement as Agastya began drinking the ocean water. And in no time he finished drinking the entire ocean, exposing the hidden demons. The gods took over the demons, and after accomplishing their task of defeating all the Kalakeyas, the gods requested Agastya to return the water to the ocean. To this, The great sage replied, I have already digested the entire mass of water, and you should think of other means to bring back the water to the ocean. After saying this, Agastya left. Brahma then consoled the gods that in due course of time, King Bhagirath would help in returning the water to the ocean. But that's another story for another time. Rishi Agastya is known for another miraculous deed of making the Vindhya Mountains bow down in front of him. One day, the mysterious sage Narad was traveling around the world when his eyes caught the Vindhya Mountains. The Vindhya was a beautiful mountain range right in the center of India. Narad suddenly thought of a prank. He approached Vindhya, bowed before it, and said, O beautiful and mighty mountain, you would have been the greatest mountain in the world. I have never seen the sunrise look as mesmerizing as it looks from your broad shoulders. You support all types of lives and also support the sages who stay in your caves. Narad pretended to be unhappy with a sad sigh. Vindhya felt proud and rose majestically. It said, Thank you for your kind words, Rishi Narad. But you said that I would have been the greatest mountain in the world. You look upset too. Am I not the greatest mountain in the world? Vindhya felt a little self-conscious. Pretending to be unhappy, Narad said, I wish I could say yes, but that would not be true. Vindhya got angry and asked Narad with rage, Why? Is there a better mountain in the world, better than me? Narad got petrified, but tried to speak as slowly and softly as possible. He said, O great mountain, you are very close to the sun. Why don't you ask the sun about his path for a day? You will get all your answers. Saying this, Narad vanished into the thin air. Vindhya, now burning with rage, turned to the sun and asked angrily, "O sun, what is the path you take on your way home?" The sun got confused. Unaware of Narad's mischief, the sun replied, "I travel from east going around Mount Meru in the evening and set in the west. But why do you ask, great mountain?" Hearing this, Vindhya burst out with anger. Rocks started rumbling down from Vindhya. It had no time to answer the sun's question. An outrageous Vindhya once again thundered and asked, "Meru? Who is this Mount Meru? Where is it?" Sun God looked puzzled. He hastily answered, "Meru is one of the mountains where Lord Brahma himself resides. It's a golden mountain that stands in the center of the universe and is the axis of the world. It is said that Mount Meru reaches down below the ground and rises high into heaven. I and all the planets revolve around Mount Meru as one unit." Vindhya asked with the same agitation, "And you have never gone around me? Am I not that important?" Sun interrupted and said, "I apologize for interrupting you, Vindhya, but it's not like that. Meru is very tall, and it has been a practice followed since the formation of the planets." Vindhya fell silent. Fearing something worse, the sun god vanished. Vindhya started trembling with anger. It didn't even notice that the sun god had left. It screamed with fury. Meru, you silly mountain, the sun and all the planets revolve around you just because you are taller than me. Now I will show the world what it is to be taller. I will become taller than you and all the other existing mountains. Vindhya started to grow taller and taller. Soon it grew so tall that there was an imbalance in the earth. It grew so tall that it obstructed the sun rays from falling on earth. This caused a lot of problems for the gods, humans, and all of God's creations. Darkness fell upon the earth. Flowers stopped blooming. Birds stopped singing. Everywhere there was chaos and discomfort. Worried about this awkward situation, Indra, the king of gods, went to Agastya Rishi, as he was also the guru of Vindhya Mountain. He bowed to Rishi Agastya and said, "O great sage, Vindhya is creating a problem for all the people on earth. Vindhya considers you as its guru. Please do something and make Vindhya go back to its original size and make sure it does not grow anymore." Agastya, who was sitting on his meditation with closed eyes, after listening to everything, opened his eyes with a smile. He said, "Do not worry, O king. I will take care of this." Happy and satisfied with Agastya's words, Indra returned to heaven. He was sure that Rishi Agastya would do as he said. The next day, Agastya, along with his wife and children, started walking towards the south of India. But on the way, he found Vindhya blocking their way. The mountain had grown so tall that sage Agastya and his family couldn't find any place to cross it. Agastya called out loudly, Vindhya, Vindhya. Greetings, Guru. I am so happy you came. What can I offer you? After all, you are my master and I am your disciple. Sage Agastya said, I am pleased, Vindhya, but there's a problem. I am in a great hurry. I don't have much time to talk to you. My family and I are traveling towards the south. We need to reach as soon as possible. Vindhya apologized and said, I am so sorry, Master. Please continue with your journey. Rishi Agastya looked at Vindhya with sparkling eyes and said, That is exactly what my problem is. We want to cross you to go to the other side, but you have grown so tall that we can't cross you. But if you bow down, you can make a way for us to cross easily. Vindhya did not suspect anything. It immediately bowed down and said, O great sage, please go over me and cross the mountain. Go to the other side and complete your journey. Sage Agastya and his family easily crossed over to the other side. Agastya hesitatingly looked back and saw Vindhya still bowed down. Vindhya noticed its guru staring. It asked, What is it, Master? You seem anxious. Pretending to be sad, Agastya said, What if I finish my work early and come back soon? May I request you for something? Vindhya replied, Anything for you, Master. Agastya said, It would be very helpful to me if you remain standing this way till I come back. Is it possible for you to do so? Hearing this, Vindhya smiled and said, O great sage, you are my guru. I can do anything for your convenience. Don't worry, I will remain bowed down till you come back. Agastya thanked Vindhya and along with his family started walking towards the south. The mission was accomplished. Rishi Agastya and his family settled in the south and never came back to the north of India. Agastya never returned. True to its words, Vindhya remained bowed down forever, awaiting the return of its Guru Agastya. As Vindhya stopped growing, the earth got balanced and everything returned to normal. Once again, flowers were blooming and birds started chirping. Life became normal on earth once again. Indra was contented to see the happy faces of the children of God. He thanked Rishi Agastya in his heart for his clever deed.